Hello, Beans. How are we doing today? Hi, I'm here. Eventually my PNG tour will load in. There we go. How we all doing? I'm already having a weird day. How's everybody else's day? It's still early for me, so there's a chance for the day to get even weirder. Hi Stars, hi Sparkle. Good to see you both. Stars, actually, I was going to ask you, did your stickers still not show up? I'm guessing no, because you probably would have told me if they did. Yeah, weird. I don't know. The vibes are weird today, I think. Yeah, okay. I'll probably send you out another one. I know that you're going to say that, oh, you don't need to do that. It's not a big deal. But I will do that anyway. Hi, Parker. And no, I have not gotten a letter yet. I will look forward to it. I like letters. It does take a while sometimes, especially for the international stuff. So, um, do I have anything else important to say? I don't know. The vibes are off. I don't know. I had a really rough depression day yesterday, and I'm still kind of, I call it a cry hangover. I still kind of feel like I have a cry hangover. Um, if I'm being honest. And then this morning was already weird, so I woke up to a couple messages that were like, what? It's like it's fine. There's nothing wrong. It just like threw my brain off a little bit. Yeah, the postal system better be good. And it does take a while, definitely. I've noticed that it takes longer for stuff to get to certain countries than others. And Germany is one of the ones that has taken the longest. I'm sorry that your brain hates you, Parker, but I'm glad that you're happy with your spreadsheet. That's a good feeling, being happy with your spreadsheet. So we're gonna finish these guys today because it's like the end of the freaking month. How did that happen? Why does time keep passing without my say-so? I think that's very rude of it. But I need to get these done so that I can get them scanned and cut and sewn together so that I can actually like finish this. Well, the month is still happening. Um, it's not really that big a deal. If I'm a couple days late on the Patreon post for it, it really isn't a huge deal, but yeah, sometimes it be like that, Parker, for real. But if we finish this today and I'm still feeling up to it, I have drawn a SpongeBob. He's not SpongeBob, he's SpongeBob. So we're gonna work on that if I finish these other two to go with our other ice cream bars here. I was gonna print out these stickers yesterday, but HP decided to be a horrible prick, which is what HP actually stands for. So I know it's wild. Like it's cold here. Like it's been getting cold. Winter is coming. I'm not prepared. Also, I painted this week. This is done now. My patrons have already seen this, but you guys can see too. Cold. It's been getting down into the 40s at night. So right now it's 52 degrees outside. I don't remember what that is in Celsius. But yeah. Okay, I'll leave this here so that you guys can look at it while I do a stretchy. Yeah, see, okay, so of the things that your brain could tell you to do when you're having a bad day, redoing a spreadsheet isn't that bad. Like of the options, that one at least is something that you can do and is vaguely productive, you know? Full disclosure, my brain was telling me to just kill myself all day yesterday. I didn't. But it was fucking exhausting. It's super fun when that is something that you have to deal with and still get work done. Love it. Yeah, I've been trying to like slowly alter what my brain says because I've done that for other stuff. So I've been saying like walk into a glacier or walk into the ocean or walk into the mud flats, but that was not what was being said yesterday. I have accomplished a stretchy. I will do a hydrate. A nice thing about myself. You know what? This is maybe a little bit too real, but I feel like it is related. I have been self-harm free for over 10 years. So there you go. That's a good thing about myself. Look at me go. Yeah, yeah, that's a mood, Parker, for sure. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes we have rough days and we get through them, and then we keep going anyway, you know? And we can keep going together. We got each other's backs, right? I am very lucky. I say lucky. I've also had a hand in that, so maybe I'm not giving myself the proper credit there. But I am lucky to have people in my life who like know how to deal with me when I'm like that, and are very good about making sure that I feel loved, even when my brain is like lying to me. So that's really nice. And like obviously I have put in some work to get those kind of relationships, but it is also lucky, I think. Not in the like kind of in the sense that I just stumbled upon them, but not entirely. I think you guys know what I mean. Good for you, Parker. Let's celebrate that. That's great. It's not putting up with you and you know that. Um so I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this because I feel like the colors are a little bit muddy, and if I do the same colors on top, I don't think they'll stand out as well. So we're going to do a lighter color on top for the last layer of this. I might do a little red up here too because I feel like it's unbalanced at the moment, which it won't matter in the long run because I'm cutting this into pieces, but it will make me feel better. Okay? It'll make me feel better, and that's more important sometimes. That's totally fine, stars. Just to be clear, like I'm not judging you for anything if you haven't been like me, because it takes a lot of work. And like there have definitely been times where I've slipped, so or almost slipped. Um, but you know, we have more days to do better. And that's the important part. So we have one last layer to do here. And look, Stars' hand is right here, just in case anybody was wondering. So these are all people who sent me their hands who I like, they're part of the inner circle, quote unquote, you know? They're like my friends. And many of them are patrons or like people from stream, you know? So I wanted to, those hands are a little bit bigger and we're going to put them on top. And I'm going to do a lighter color just so that it stands out a little bit better. But I think I'm also going to do one red one up here to balance that out. Because I made these a little bit too short. I should have measured the paper instead of just going for it like I did. But you know what? We can make it work. It's fine. I've already put water into our gouaches to mix those up a little bit. So it'll be fine. I'm also thinking I may want to darken this up a little bit, so we might do another layer because this is very light in comparison to the other things it's going to be next to. So we might do another layer of ochre on this guy. We'll see. We'll see. I'm also thinking this might not be a very long stream. I'm not sure how much energy I'm going to have because, like I said, weird day, rough couple of days. So we'll see, but we need to get this done anyway. So I say I need to get this done anyway. Yeah, Mercury was in Gatorade for a while, so I think that we can blame Mercury. For sure. Hi, Shawnee. Yeah, Grimm's PC died last night, so I woke up to that message and then another weird message, and life is just weird sometimes, you know? Oop, I tore that tape in a way that I didn't mean to. Whoops. Okay. I like that it picks up me tearing the tape on the mic. Yeah, the Gatorade for sure has been Gatorading. How's it going, Shawnee? Yeah, the dead. I think we're all feeling that today. Honestly, that seems to be the vibe in general. Um, Let me mix these up a bit. These are going to end up being a little chonky, I think. The gouaches, if you leave them sit for a while, they have, especially like how I've done this, they kind of don't fully disintegrate, but I think that's okay. I think having a little texture will be nice. Yeah, exactly. We're in the pit, but we're still kicking, you know? Brain dead is also a vibe. I like, so I'm gonna tell you guys about my day yesterday, okay? And then we can all go, haha, why would that make your brain act like that? Because that's how I'm reacting to it. Um, so I had some ink cartridges for my printer. I bought two, and they weren't HP cartridges, which I'll fully admit I did not realize from the listing that they were not legitimate HP cartridges. Um, But the first set worked just fine, and I printed all of these stickers with them. And so I was running low on ink, so I was going to replace them before I started printing a bunch of new designs. And since the first set worked just fine, I was not concerned about it. I should have been concerned about it because there was a firmware update for the printer, and it would not accept the new cartridges, and in fact locked the printer so that I could not use it until I replaced the cartridges with other ones. Now, before I even started printing or trying to print yesterday, I was like, you know what? I think I'm actually going to sign up for the HP Ink subscription service that they have because it would legitimately be saving me money at this point. Before, it wasn't worth it. Yes, exactly. The problem is capitalism. For sure. Hello, Sky. Good to see you. Um, and yeah, I also hate that this is a thing. And like, so I couldn't get any of the work done that I wanted to get done yesterday because some twat ages ago decided that they needed to put chips on ink cartridges and waste a bunch of resources just to make me pay them money. Um, and since I was already going to pay them money to get legitimate cartridges, it made me more angry than it would have otherwise. Which, like, to be fair, it would have made me pretty angry anyway because it's bullshit. It's bullshit. So I had a full-on fucking breakdown about it. And like I had already been having like a not great brain day, but I was like, okay, I can get this work done, and then I will have done something productive, and maybe I'll get some good chemicals, maybe I won't, but I will have at least have gotten to check off this stuff that I need to do in order to accomplish my goals. Hi Jess, good to see you. I almost called you Buns, which I guess would have been fine, but that's not what I call you. I guess technically I always call you Jen, so. um, but yeah, so I had a full-on meltdown about that. And because I'm dealing with some other stuff, part of which was the weirdness this morning, but because I'm dealing with some other stuff, it ended up being a meltdown about like 7 different things. You know how it goes, right? Where you think that you're dealing with something fine, and then one thing happens, and then you're not dealing with anything fine at all, actually. And perhaps you're a little bit dead inside, you know? So I had one of those, and I was like, well, I'm going to lay down and take a depression nap, even though it's going to ruin my sleep schedule and make it more difficult for me to get up early tomorrow so that I can stream. Well, I didn't get a depression nap because the neighbors decided to be so mad and loud and annoying, which they often are. And I swear that they have like a camera in my bedroom or something for when I lay down, because they without fail, anytime I lay down, start making a lot of noise. And it doesn't matter what time it is, it just always happens. But anyway, so I didn't get a depression nap. I got to feel overstimulated and cry in bed for an hour, which did make me feel a little better, I will admit. So I did not get my depression nap yesterday. I actually got to lay down and make my face all goopy so that I couldn't breathe through my nose. And it was just a whole thing. And like, I don't know. I went and hung out with Trisha, And that made me feel a little bit better, because one of the things about my friends and my places in general is that if I'm like, hey, I'm having a really shit brain time right now, so if I'm being like quiet and weird, that's not against anybody, and everyone's like, of course, we want you to take care of yourself and all that kind of stuff, which is very nice and helpful. And then I got to hang out with my boyfriend last night, and that just like actually gave me some serotonin, which was great. Love the good brain chemicals. And it was just like, I got through it. It's fine. I had some trouble getting to sleep because of some other stuff, but like I got through it and we're here today, and today is better. But I will go back in time if given the option to just absolutely destroy the person who came up with ink cartridge chips. I've been reading, this is vaguely related, tangentially related, but I've been reading a book about a historical thing that happened in the reign of Louis XIV. I think I've talked about this on stream. And it talks about a lot of torture methods that were used in this era. So I have a lot of really creative ideas now for things to do to the person who came up with the chips. A lot of really creative ideas. So, just saying, if anybody wanted to give me the opportunity to go back in time, I could fix this one problem for us. I'm sure of it. Thank you, Jess. I'll be fine. It's just like, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff going on. And I had like a really bad like punch in the face of grief about my mom around my birthday that I've still been kind of working through. And I have an incredible backlog of grief to deal with. I'm tired of having things to grieve about, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. We're all going through it. Like everybody is going through it. There are different degrees of going through itness, but like, can we stop going through it? I think we've had enough. We've had enough things happen. We can do other things now. Life, you hear me? You hear me, life? We're done. Stop it. We don't need any more things. Okay, we're gonna put paint on here now and see how this works. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, if I'm being honest. I think I want to do these ones the light color. Oh, I was gonna tell you guys who all was on here, and then I promptly didn't because I got distracted by something. Yeah, no more things. We just need to chill for a little bit. Okay, so people who are on this, now that I got that vaguely sorted. So this is Alrascala and his partner. And this is Aiden, who we know Aiden. Yeah, I'm glad too, Grim. I'm sorry that you have to deal with that though. Like, okay, this is Grim right here, speaking of. This is me. This is Cap. We've got stars right here. This is my brother. This is Brother Bean. This is Jen. And this one is Hobbits, who doesn't show up in chat, but has been following me on Tumblr for ages and is ridiculously supportive of my art. So they get to be on top. Okay. Do I really have enough paint to do that for everything? Probably not, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm glad you had some sort of backup, Grim, but like, eesh. I'll just say this out loud. Once we figure out what's going on with Grim's computer, like what Grim will need to make it run again, I'll probably be doing a sale or like discounts on commissions or something to help with that cost. So keep your eyes out. Keep them peeled. I'll make a better announcement once we know, but there will be something. no matter how many noises Grim wants to make about it, so. Yeah. But I might do a sale on original art, actually, because I could stand to send some more of that out to ease up my storage space, honestly. I know you are. Deal with it. Get appreciated, nerd. Yeah, exactly. See, Parker gets it. Okay. I may actually pull out. Gosh, my nose is stuffed up and it's annoying me. Might pull out some more white gouache to do this with, because I don't have a lot of the lighter colors left, so. Yeah, maybe I'm just goopy today. I don't know. Which is fine. It's allowed. Because I kind of want to do a lighter burnt umber color in here too. Let's just mix that up, because it won't hurt nothing if I have some there. Although I should really clean these out. It's just kitten shit. You probably want to discourage that as the cat gets larger, because the cat will pull down all of the curtain. Where? There. Let's just mix up a little bit of color in here, shall we? If I do a little bit of burnt umber and a little bit of the red, I think will make a good color for this. Yeah, fair. I feel like there was something else I was going to say on stream and I don't remember what it was, but I always feel like that now, so I always think of things I'm like, I could talk about that on stream, and then I promptly don't. Which is fine, really. It doesn't matter, but it's one of those things where, like, maybe I should write this shit down. As if I wouldn't just lose the piece of paper. Oh, I guess one of the things is that we're very near, like, last 2 days, day and a half, of the Sticker Club stickers for this month. So if that's a thing that you want, you're running out of time. You better get on it. There's 2 stickers this month, and I will show them to you in just a moment because I have them sitting right off screen. But yeah, the last mailing day is technically today. But if you got them, I would mail them out to you. Like the mail has already come and gone today, but I would still send them to you. That's actually something else I need to do, because somebody, because of when I made the tier, signed up for it in July. So I need to ask them if they would like something else, because I feel bad making them pay that extra. I think they'll be fine with it, but I want to make sure that they get their money's worth. Okay, this is a weird color. This has kind of ended up looking like fucked up Pepto-Bismol, but it will stand out against the background, which is the important part. Ah, thank you, Parker. I will check that out in just a second. Let me do this first. too damp, I think. That's going to be a little bit muddy, but that's okay. Okay. Where did I put this? Actually, that's not gonna look great right there, I think. Let's do that. A little bit of red, huh? That one I think can be that color and that'll be okay. Will look a little bit weird, but that's okay. Ugh. I don't know. I think that there is probably a better way to accomplish this task. Hey, Peach. But I don't know. I only have so much time and brain power, you know? So let's see how those look. It's kind of a weird color mix, but that's okay. Ooh, yeah, that one just did not work at all. That's fine. Yeah, I think maybe the 3 layers was not the right call. I might go over those last ones with like ink or something once this is dry, just to clarify them a little bit, because it really does just look muddy. It doesn't help that that one was way too wet, but it's like you can kind of see them, but not really. So yeah, I may end up redoing that. Let me clean up the back of this one so that it doesn't get messed up again, because I want at least one hand up here that's like red to balance it out a little bit. Oh, I'm sticking to other stuff. Okay. I'm gonna leave this stencil to the side so that I can go over those ones with black ink, I think. Just because otherwise you really cannot tell that there are hands there. I don't have an airbrush. So like, yeah, that would be great, but I don't have the tools for that. Theoretically, the way that the wall art was done originally was by taking a hollow reed and holding a hand down and then spraying pigment over top of it to make the kind of airbrush texture. Yeah, see, I thought about that, but I think that the, can I form a sentence, please, brain? I think that the pigment droplet size would be too big in this size. So if I was doing something big with like an actual hand, then yes, I think that would be the right call. But for the smaller stuff, I don't think that is the right call. And also, I kind of don't want to spray paint over my entire living room. If I had an actual studio space, that also would be something I'd be willing to try. But for this specifically, not so much. So we're going to let that dry, and then I'll go back over some of the hands with some ink, and then I think I'll be all right with it. Because, I mean, you can definitely tell some of the spots where there are hands, but it isn't the top ones, which I kind of like them to be a little clearer. But we can go back over those once it's dry. Yeah. Well, okay. Here, let's talk about something else that annoys me. Today, we're only going to talk about things that annoy me. We aren't going to have any good thoughts at all. So, my father very kindly bought us new living room furniture a while back. because we needed it. Like we had hand-me-down stuff that was mostly broken. But this was when my ankle was broken, so I couldn't go with them to do furniture shopping. He and my brother went, and my father picked out white furniture. I think that everybody can just fill in the blanks there on their own. And I keep meaning to buy covers for them, but I just haven't had the time to measure them and find the right ones. So far I haven't sprayed paint on, well, it's not fully white. It's like a light color, but it's like cream color, I guess. But yeah, it's the kind of color that would show up if I sprayed red paint all over the living room, you know? So I'd rather not do that. Yeah, white enough, I guess. Because some people like it, I guess. I don't know. And I'm very grateful for free furniture, just to be clear. But me having my art space currently in the living room where there's a bunch of white furniture has caused me many stresses. Yeah, my dad also has never been a big fan of color. He very much likes white walls and doesn't like us to paint our houses and stuff like that. So I think he is a beige person, which is fine. That's allowed, but yeah. He would, Jess, for sure. Um, Except that he's scared of Portland now. I don't know if I told you, Jess, that I grew up near Portland. So we lived there for like 17 years before we moved to Alaska. Yeah, I'm the same. I really like color. I pick color out. The colors don't need to match. I just need color. Um, I'm really excited to get the studio set up downstairs so that I can paint the walls a little bit. Not all of the walls. One of the walls is going to be like fully art prints, which I'm really excited about. Well, not just prints. It's going to be an art wall. Hi, Diana. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. But I'm really excited about that. I've been collecting like art to hang up, and I'm really excited to do a frame wall with like colored frames and stuff. Because for a lot of my art, I paint the frames a fun color. Have I got that one close enough to me? No. I've got one of Trisha's pieces where I painted it's a print of one that she doesn't do anymore. I got one of the last prints. But I painted the frame teal. I have Trisha's blackberries, and I painted the frame like a purple red color to match the highlights in the blue or in the blackberries, I mean. It's great. You should, Johnny. It's great. But yeah, I'm excited to like actually paint. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that, Parker. Thank you for reminding me. My phone is full of fluff. Oh, he's so fluffy. Here, chat. Look at this cat. He's so fluffy. He's gonna be a big foofer. Oh, look at the little kitty. Look at the little kitty. Kitty break. There's another one. Why won't it let me just scroll through the photos? Thank you. This one's really cute too. Thank you, Parker. Thanks for showing us the lad. Adorable. Man, I tweaked my neck at some point, and it is not happy with me. Which, of course, I did. Okay. I think I want to darken this guy up first because he's going to take longer to dry, and then we can work on this a little bit more. I just have some shading and the maple syrup to finish on this guy, I think. I think the rest are fine. I guess I could add some little highlights in the blueberry goop for a lot of these. These ones are going to get turned into sticker confetti too, to go with the plain blueberries from the Prussian Blue Month. So yeah, I do want them to be like, will all of these details show up in stickers that are this big? No, but it will make me feel better if they're there. But first, we do this. I won't have a banana sticker confetti. I guess I technically could if I wanted to add bananas to that, because I do have a painted banana. Did I show you guys these already? I don't remember. I think I did. But I finished these as well last week. And I do have a little overripe banana that I could make into a sticker. I do also have a digital art banana bunch, I guess, that I could do. But yeah. I need to start. I did design and print labels for the packages for the sticker confetti. I just need to like get that listing written and figure out costs. I have so much to do all the time, you guys. Did anybody know that running your own business takes like a lot of effort? Nobody warned me. I'm joking. Everybody warned me. But those will also be stickers in my shop at some point. I'm not selling the originals, I think for pretty obvious reasons, because those are based off of me and my partners, so. I'm gonna add a little bit more burnt umber in here, I think, just to mix it up a little bit. Because I have been making all of these a little streaky, because I think it's nice. And that is a general, like, pattern. Pattern isn't really the right word. That is a general like fabric design that is used in quilting fabric a lot for plain, like plain color fabric. Oh, that's interesting, Parker. My mom was always a cat favorite too, but I think that's mostly just because she had like set times of day when she was sitting down, so like if a cat wanted to cuddle, they knew when to do it. You know? Okay. This can sit over here to dry. Stay there, please. Thank you. I can wipe this up. And now we can work on our pastries. As long as that isn't too damp. It's a little damp. Just a little. I can also set this aside. I probably should go soak this in the sink so that I can just get rid of all this gouache that has been sitting here for ages. Am I going to do that? Probably not. Thinking ahead? I don't know. Yeah, that's fair, Parker. Okay. Brain function. Who is she and where does she go? Okay, this can go back in there. You can sit over there. I do also need to make the photo for announcing the next color of the month, which I think is still the same. The votes are the same as the last that I saw. That vote ends tomorrow, but I think most of my patrons who were gonna vote have done voted. I can double check that real quick. Yep, okay, that's still the winner. Same amount of votes, so I can probably go ahead and make that photo. I don't think I'll do that on stream. That's just while I'm sitting here with all my art supplies, I should be thinking about that. Maybe I'll pull out the paint too while I'm thinking about it so that it's out and I can see it. And then maybe I'll remember. Remembering things. That sounds fake. But I do also need to pull out my Copic markers, which are in an annoying spot. I have so much to do. I'm just like overwhelmed constantly. But we're getting there. Okay, so we are going to do some maple syrup now. Something I discovered while doing the other pancake is that maple syrup color looks a lot better if you put a lot of red and orange into it. I was using, so here we can discuss this. That's the, I can take these binder clips off. I just clipped those there so that I would remember where they were. The pancakes are almost entirely yellow ochre. The syrup is burnt umber with some magenta and some orange in it, which really made it look better. If I did straight burnt umber, it looked like way too dark and lifeless. So I think we'll be all right on that front, because I figured that out already. Oh yeah, we're gonna work on SpongeBob, which he's not SpongeBob, he's SpanchBob. After I finish these guys, yeah, he's suffering. I showed Aiden mentioned when I was, because I asked Aiden, I asked a few people what character ice cream they really like always got or remembered. Excuse me. I always got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and so did Cap. And we have the same favorite. I can speak the same favorite turtle, which is Donatello, the best one. Bubbles is a classic, and I had to do Sonic just because I knew that Lib would like it. So, but I asked Aiden, and he said he always got the SpongeBob one. And I hadn't drawn the SpongeBob one, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do another one. We have time. I can finish this month. We can maybe finish it today, even. We'll see. So we're adding a SpongeBob. And I've decided. So we called the Bubbles one Hot Girl Summer. Grim came up with a good name for the Sonic one, and I don't remember what it was. I might have written it down somewhere. We'll see. I don't know about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle either, but I was talking to Aiden about what I would call this one, and I think this one is called Can You Cover This Shift? I think that's right. I also like Brain Shop Swing Shift was another option. But I think Can You Cover This Shift is the vibe here. So, but yeah, we'll be working on that after I finish this guy, because those don't take super long. So I think I can finish that today and still have enough time to do the other things that I need to do today. Because I don't know if I've mentioned this today. I'm fucking busy as hell. I'm doing all the things all the time forever. Yeah, right, Shawnee. And I will say, like, my SpongeBob does look pretty cursed. But I want to show you one of the reference images I saved so that you understand where we're going here. Where are they? So this was the one that I saved for the shape, because this one isn't super messed up, right? Like, his eyes are crooked, his teeth don't really look like teeth, but it's SpongeBob shaped, right? And then there's this one. And I would like to point out that I made mine look a lot less cursed. I did zoom in on this for you guys so that you could see the SpongeBob. I want you to know that it's held up next to the package where he looks like SpongeBob. Hi, DB! Right? He does look like, I don't know. He looks like he belongs in My Immortal or something. You're so right, Peach! That's exactly what it is. That's so fucking funny. Yeah. This is Cece. Don't look at me. So you know how you don't get to pick the hyperfixation? I got really hyperfixated on FNAF at the beginning of the year. And to be clear, I cannot play those games because the flashing lights would give me a migraine. But I've watched multiple like huge hours long documentaries on YouTube about FNAF, and I also read like a lot of the FNAF books. I'm not proud of this, but it is a thing that happened. And for a long time, YouTube was only serving me FNAF stuff. So yeah, that's a thing that happened. I will say that I did not give any money to the creator for that, for reasons that are pretty obvious. I watch what is that guy's full name? There's a 9-hour long one that I really like because it has actual like literary style analysis and isn't just people making shit up like MatPat does. It's Gibby something. Let me find it. And I will say the name. Oh, you guys cannot see my history for this though. There's secrets in there. Gibby's Horror Homestead. And you can see that I've watched some of it recently. I have rewatched this specific video at least 10 times. Probably more than that if I'm being honest. But I really like the analysis in this one. I think it has a lot less like random leaps and stuff, and it did things in a way that actually made sense to me. But it is also like almost 9 hours long. I also just like the guy's voice, which helps. Oh, good, DB. I'm excited to see what you do with them. This is just going to be an entire stream of me pulling down and then pulling back up my sweatshirt sleeves. That's how this is going today. Okay, we're doing... I was mixing colors for maple syrup and then I got distracted. That's what happened here. I know what I'm doing. No, I don't. I've never once known what I was doing. Well, I guess I considered doing like blueberry maple syrup, which I probably could just do by adding like a lot of magenta to this brown, actually. Maybe I'll do that. Let me see what I think about this color. I think that could use some actual blue or purple to it, if I wanted it to be like that. That would be cute for wrapping paper. I would have to make the design like actually repeat properly, which is difficult to do with traditional mediums, especially since I did the background. Yeah, I think that might work. Let's try this. It'll at least be more like tonally correct for the rest of the piece this way. Let's do one and see what I think. Yeah, I think that looks good. We'll go with that. I could fully cover the butter, but I don't think I'm gonna do that because since I added a bunch of purple to this, it's gonna make it look really muddy and I'm not gonna like it. Oh, Hawaiian shirt would be fun. But yeah, I think that's a good color for this. Yeah. I am making sticker confetti with these guys, which is just a bunch of tiny little stickers in an envelope. Those will be hitting my shop soon whenever I can get the full packaging sorted and the listings done. I have a bunch of stuff that I need to do listings for, and the light here has been like really bad for taking product photos. So I'm like running behind on it, even though I'm not really running behind because it's not like I've promised anybody anything. It's just like in my own brain I'm running behind. But I have more stickers to print and list and stuff, and I kind of try to do everything all at once. Like I wait until I have a batch and then I'll do it, but I think that's actually like harming my productivity. I need to just do things every once in a while because I was trying to do like a big store drop so that I could make like a big announcement and it could be a thing instead of doing like one thing at a time like I have been doing. And I think I am still going to do a big store drop, but I can also do the behind the scenes stuff and not post it in small batches and then release in a big batch. And I think that that's probably the smarter way to do it. But I got like so focused on these fake rules that I made up in my own head that I decided that was the wrong way to do it. And it stressed me out more. Which, like, my brain is really good about stressing out about things that don't fucking matter. Like, that is my #1 skill. Which I don't think I'm alone in this skill either. I do think I'm going to add a little bit of white ink for the highlights on stuff. I think that will make it pop. I do think giving this syrup a purpley tone is the right call. It looks really good. I probably could darken up some shadows on the pancakes too, but I don't think that that's worth the amount of effort it would take for how small this is. Like, these are going to be cut up anyway. Like, I'm going to scan them first so that I can reuse the pattern and stuff, but in the end, these are going to be cut up and become a different piece of art. So I don't need to like go full out on these, especially since we have something else to work on today. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to work on next time. I do have some plans for the next color of the month and how that can go into another bigger project that I was hoping to work on that we've talked about a little bit, because I've mentioned that I wanted to do some trading collection stickers similar to what Lib has with their cat stickers, but I want to do bugs. And I think the next color of the month is going to dovetail with that pretty nicely, so I think we're finally going to get started on that. Why no orange? I mean, orange wasn't an option this time, but... I need to let this dry before I try to shape that. But I'll be announcing the color the first of the month on socials. My patrons can already see the poll and see which way the wind is blowing color-wise. But okay. I guess, was it last month was orange? The month before that? There was an orange month. I don't remember anymore. Was it last month? Was that really last month? Jesus fuck. What is time? But I can also plug the sticker tier on my Patreon again, because we've talked about this already, but well, not today, I guess. I need to like get over being like, I've said this already, so I can never say it again, because that isn't how any of this works. But next month's sticker is going to be an orange one, speaking of. So if you wanted to sign up for the sticker club tier for next month, this is going to be the sticker. It says brain work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does. Which you might recognize from the Vine. And then if you wanted to sign up today or tomorrow, it's the last day for August, which is going to be these two guys. You get two because I couldn't decide. The two designs are slightly different, and I couldn't decide which one I liked better, so I decided to just give them both. Yeah, that is pretty funny, Grim. But $5 a month on my Patreon, and you get stickers sent to your house. It's great. And the pancake one that I showed you before, this is going to be October's sticker. I haven't gotten that one printed out yet because I just finished the art on Wednesday, but this will be that one. And after that, who knows? It's a mystery. But I'm sure it will be something, because I have a problem with making a lot of sticker designs. And by a problem, I mean I think only in stickers. I can show you guys some other stuff that I've printed that's going to be part of Big Shop Update. Can I like actually pick things up today? That would be great. I really need to get a little container out here for all these. It would make my life a lot easier. We have some body badges. So I have my Tummy Trouble Survivor sticker already in my shop. These two are going to get added. We have Nerve Pain Posse and No Knee Juice Club. I would also like to make more of these. I might make one next month because they don't take super long, and I have ideas for them, like Million Migraine Member and Bad Back Brigade are two that I want to do. Also Bad Dad Club is one that has been sitting at the back of my mind for a while. We have a Sassy Little Sneasler. This one is going to be super limited edition. Because it's a pain in the ass to print. I did give a few, if you ordered stuff on my birthday, I gave you a freebie of one of these. We also have a Void Chicken from Stardew with some little sparklies on him. That's going to be coming. We have the Goldfish, who is also sparkly, and I only had like 2 breakdowns over printing these stickers. But you can see the original art. The original art is for sale in my shop as well. And now he's a little sticky. He's a little sticker. Look at him. And he's so sparkly. That's not one that's getting added. We have a Chill Oshawott floating into the sunset. I really like this one. I just really like this art. I made this as a gift, like a birthday gift for one of my friends a few years back, and I just still really like it. He's so chill. I love him. We also have Absolutely Gorgeous, which has a Yamper on it, which is based off of a corgi. He's got some heart laminate. The one that I have stuck on my binder, I have a Business Express binder that I've been putting all the stickers that I've made this year on, and the heart perfectly lined up with his butt, and I'm so happy about it. That isn't the case for all of them, but I think that the hearts really, really add to that. And then we have a selection of gay fruits, and I'm not just talking about my chat. We have finest quality, 100% fruit from Inclusive Produce. Little fruit labels. This one is a peach. They're shiny. They're just like regular hollow. So we have a peach. We have Frotting Bananas. We have a papaya, because papayas are like the most yonic fruit, and you cannot change my mind on this. And then we have some cherries. So those are all going to be added. You'll be able to get these individually and then also get a pack that will give you a little bit of a discount. Have I actually gotten that set up yet? No. Will I get that set up at some point? Yes. The ice cream bars will also be available. I haven't, as previously mentioned, I haven't had a chance to print those out yet or get them cut. But those will also be a thing where you can buy individuals or you can buy the whole pack and get a discount. Including our SpongeBob once I get him painted. Hey, Bongo! So yeah, many new stickers incoming once I, can get the behind the scenes stuff sorted. I may try to do a lot of that on Saturday, because that's like one of my work days. That doesn't really make sense. All of my days are work days. You guys know that. That's one of the days where I don't have other responsibilities in like the morning or afternoon, so I can like sit and get hyper focused on my work and get a lot done. And then zone out at the end of the day when I have actual stuff to do. Yeah, I guess it is. I guess that makes sense. Kind of like the same with red in I guess Western culture specifically. It's not all cultures, but it's one of those things where it's like it's a bright color so people pay attention to it, Let me use a smaller brush to do a little bit of shading on this stuff. Not a lot, but a little bit will help with these dimensions quite a lot. Yeah, I'm sure. Customers get like wild over the weirdest stuff. Okay, and then once that layer is dry, I can go back over and add some white highlights to all of the goops here. And then I think that this will be done. Are you dry yet? Yeah, and then we can go over our hands with some ink. And then we can work on SpongeBob. Work on our sponge of bobs. Yeah. And I don't know. You said it was navy blue and orange, which are complementary colors, so like that makes sense as a color combo. And also blue is not an unsafe color, so. Yeah. I don't know why I shaded that entire thing upside down. I could have just flipped it. Speaking of safety cone orange, hang on. Was this really last month? Oh, I never titled this one. Great job, Past Katie. But yeah, safety cone orange. I don't know that I have, but if I had, I probably would not have stored it away in my memory banks. Was this last month? I'm like highly doubting myself now. It was last month. Why does it feel like it's been 6 years since I did this? What the hell? Like, I get it, but also, like, what? What? I guess last month was pretty crazy because I went viral, so. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't call it the best month of my life for sure, but, you know. I don't think I can argue that it was worse than yours, nor would I. Yeah, I know. I know. Mm. I guess I'm just gonna do this one upside down too. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. August has been a little rough for me, but like because of things that make sense and not necessarily things that have happened this month, just like things coming to a head, you know. Yeah, I'm sure. And I don't know, maybe some of that's getting fixed, the things that can. We'll see. Orange is a warning color. So like that part makes sense to me. Like we do use it because it's very bright for a lot of warning signs and stuff. Hi Bean, good to see you. I mean, color theory. Let's just go with that. There color theory. But there are like cultural significances to different colors and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not like trying to justify her behavior exactly. I'm just saying how I could understand how someone would think about that way. Oh, is that good, Bean? I'm guessing it's good since it's not popping out so much, but it seems like that might have been a little bit uncomfortable. I guess it popping out is also uncomfortable, so Yeah, I guess I haven't mentioned my shoulder's doing a lot better, by the way. I I'm pretty sure I subluxated it while I was sleeping and then popped it back in when I sneezed. And I was in like a massive amount of pain for a few days there. I'm doing better now. Um, I can sit without discomfort. I'm able to lean on my left arm again without wanting to cry. It's very nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do too. Joy, uh, who many people know as the bibliosphere, has peer diagnosed me with hypermobility. So I think super rare as a disorder is not true. Super rarely diagnosed correctly, I think, is accurate. Um, because it's almost like a lot of doctors don't take people seriously or something. Um, yeah, yeah, like I don't know. I've been regularly disregarded in my amount of joint pain since I was a teenager because it was just growing pains, right? No, being able to pop your hip out is not growing pains. Sorry. Um, that's not how anything works, but thank you for making me feel like I was broken in a different way than I actually was. Exactly. Although I will also say, I mentioned this on Tumblr. My goal for next year is to have a uterus happen. So maybe people will take me more seriously once I don't have a uterus in my body. As if. As if. But hopefully that will help some of the issues because like I think part of the reason that I had the issue with my shoulder was because it was the week before my period, which means the hormone juice situation made all of my limbs a little bit more, you know? That's a technical term, by the way. But I've got the name of a doctor up here who's really good about actually listening to people who want that to happen. So I'm hoping that I can get the ball rolling on that. I don't know how much that's going to cost. That's the next issue to deal with, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Um, so, but yeah, because like I have a bum wrist too that I injured when I was in high school, and I'm guessing that I actually pushed one of my carpal bones out of place and people didn't take me seriously. Um, and it still causes me issues, especially around my cycle, which like cycle causes me enough grief. I don't need extra issues, thank you. But if I could do away with all of that, that would be great. I also am not going to use that organ for its intended purpose ever, so fingers crossed that that is as easy to get done as one would hope. Well, maybe better than one would hope. Yeah, yeah. I feel you on that. That's how I broke my ankle actually. Was I stood up from the couch and my ankle rolled, so I was full on standing on the side of my foot. Which I've done a bunch, but because my ligaments are that loose, it definitely did break the bone. Which you should not be able to. So if this is your feet sitting correctly, like standing, you should not be able to walk on your feet like this. And I can do that. I mean, I don't anymore, but I can if I wanted to, because it's bad for you. Yeah, and yet. But yeah, like I, Joy said something a little bit ago about realizing that when she cracks her fingers, she's actually partially dislocating them. And I realized that, yeah, this is how I crack the top knuckle of my pinky. That's not how you're supposed to move. This doesn't hurt. This is fine. Like, Yeah. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Peach, you may want to look up the EDS testing criteria and see how many points you get. For a normal person, if they were moving their finger like that, yes, it would hurt. Because that's not the way your joint's supposed to go. Same with one of the criteria is putting your hand flat on the table and seeing how high up you can raise your finger. This is beyond, this is hypermobility. This is going beyond what your joint is supposed to do. Thank you, DB. Yeah, check that. Because there is literal criteria that you can look at yourself and see. Yeah, same Bean. And I realized, I don't know, a while back that when people were telling me not to lock my legs when I was a kid, most people lock their legs at like a straight angle. When they lock their knee, it doesn't like go like that. This is locking your knee to them. This is not locking your knee to them. Which would explain why sometimes when I did that, it would make me faint. Or partially faint. Yeah, same. Yeah, see, if I'm standing straight with not hyperextending my knees, I'm fine. If I do the far hyperextension, I sometimes get woozy and I lose feeling in my feet after a while, which again, not normal. And I wish people had listened to me better about that when I was younger. I think part of it, DB, for me is that my veins are also have a tendency to roll, so they get pinched in between tendons. Which is a problem when I'm like giving blood or something. I have to warn people that my veins roll a lot. And a lot of them are next to tendons, so I often get the stab and dig, which I'm sure a lot of other hypermobile people are familiar with because that would be part of your connective tissue. Yeah. Yeah, it's not particularly comfortable. I will admit that freely. Okay, let's see. You're the really tiny one. You're the bigger one. Yeah, I have stuffed animals that I use. Otherwise, I stress my back out and it makes my neck worse. Like, I've started using one when I'm sitting too so that I stop, like, complete shrimping. It's just wild. I don't know. I would like it if my body pieces would stay where they're supposed to. Speaking of, shrimp check. But I have 2 stuffed animals that I sleep with that help with that, and I've been using them when I'm sitting up and drawing and stuff too. I actually have one behind me right now. It's a different one, but this one I always think is going to be like the right size, but it's so thin. Okay. I'm just going to go for this. I'm not going to think about it too hard, I've decided. Because you know what? In the grand scheme of things, not that big a deal. Hydrate. I'll do a hydrate. Thank you, Shawnee. We'll just do a couple little highlights in here to make them pop. Yeah, Peach, welcome to the club. All right, hydrate completed. Okay, let's do a little highlight over here. Oh, that's something else I should figure out, actually. I've been with the extras from these patterns that I've been using for the quilt blocks. I make these bigger than what I actually need for the quilt block. And with the extras, I've been making little gift tags. And I'm thinking I'm going to list those as an option in my shop. Just like you can not individually or explaining each pattern or whatever, but just say you can get like a random artist gift tag for like $1 or something. I'm not sure how well those will do, but I don't know. I should do something with them rather than just leaving them in a box. Yeah, that makes sense, DB. Yeah, one of the things about hypermobility is that a lot of times your muscles will seize up to compensate. So, yeah. So sometimes it doesn't look like hypermobility just because your muscles are under extra strain from doing your ligaments jobs. But I apparently like regularly hyperextend my thumb too, which is why Joy peer diagnosed me. Because I was showing somebody how far, like, my, I don't know, what's the equivalent of a wingspan for your hands? Hand span? How big my hand span was because we were talking about something. So I took a photo of me on a ruler showing this, and Joy was like, yeah, your thumb is way farther out than it should be. I was like, oh, this is just how my hand works. And she was like, yeah, me too. I was like, oh, okay. Noted. Thank you. Like there-ish. That's more than 4 inches. I have a ruler over here somewhere. Here. We can recreate. I have big hands. Well, I keep getting told I have small hands, but so that's like 8.5 inches ish. From the top of my finger to the bottom of my palm is 6 inches. I use that as like a ruler when I'm measuring stuff for sewing. But yeah, I think the way that I did it for the actual photo was more like that. But but yeah, apparently I've been hyperextending my hand this whole time. And I didn't know it. color saturation super the same across all of these, which I don't think is a big issue, but it does mean that the highlights look a little wonky on some of them, which is fine. Them looking different is actually a bonus here, since I'm going to be making stickers, well, little baby stickers out of them. I'm also thinking that I'm going to do, sorry, I'm just like dolphining all over the place. I'm thinking that I'm going to do a special sticker confetti for Halloween based off of my Halloween sticker sheet. If I can get those set up in time. But I really need my new ink to come in so that I can actually move forward on some of this stuff, because I want to get that ready before October. Oh, another Halloween thing. Sorry, again, I'm dolphining. You guys are used to this. I don't know why I'm apologizing. But the coloring book project that I was part of, the Kickstarter is going to be happening soon. I will drop more info as I get it. But my original piece for that is going to be one of the Kickstarter tier rewards, because I did an actual physical painting. So if you want like the biggest physical piece that I've sold publicly, that will be coming up soon. You can keep an eye on socials for sure, because I will definitely pimp the hell out of it. Hi, Aiden! Aiden's not allowed to spend any money though, so if Aiden tries to spend money on purchasing my stuff, we all need to yell at him. Oh, Aiden, we've got SpongeBob over here too. I know you've already seen the ink, but he's up next on our docket here after I finish these guys. Yeah, SpongeBob. SpongeBob. I don't know if I showed you this, Aiden. You will have seen though, probably, if you checked the Patreon, but this is also there. Look, I made pancakes and more pancakes. It's a pancake kind of month. It is so cursed. It's not as cursed as the reference image, which you know, but I'm just adding the highlights to these guys, and then I think that's done. We need to, I'm gonna do some ink around the top handprints just to make them a little bit more obvious. Oh, I will have a little treat. Thank you, Shawnee. I will have a sugar candy, which I still have not refilled this bag, but I have more somewhere. Do I remember where I put them? Questionable. See, what if anything is I've painted all these pancakes. I don't like pancakes. All right. Sugar candy for Shawnee. Thank you. I did sippy. Thank you. I will sippy again, though, because might as well. I have enjoyed more of my chocolate. I ate like a lot of it yesterday. It's good. It's definitely one that I would get again. Specifically, it's the Tony's. I don't know how to pronounce the second half of their name. Tony's Chocolaroni? Is that how it's supposed to be pronounced? I don't know. But I got the caramel one, so it has little chips of sea salt caramel in it. And that one's pretty good. I'm excited for just the milk chocolate one too. Oh, yes, thank you, Aiden. I keep forgetting to deal with that. I just kind of forget it exists. I also have not streamed as much as normal, so. Chocolonely? Chocoloni? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know any words. I've never known a word in my life. This is all just sounds. I also have a milk chocolate bar from them that I'm excited about, because their chocolate is pretty good. I understand why they have the different size breakable sections, but I kind of wish they were all the same size. Just because I like regularity. And it would be easier to break apart that way. That's fair, Aiden. I usually get lint, but especially because they didn't have Tony's brand up here for a long time. But now that it's here, I would like to do that one. Chocolonely. Yeah, because I feel like it should rhyme with Tony. That's what I want to have happen. Tony's Chocolonely. Even if that's not accurate. I don't know. You guys knew what I meant anyway, so that's the important part. Yeah, I don't know, Tony. Sorry. You can come in here and let me know. Also, you could be a sponsor of the stream if you wanted to. I would eat some of your chocolate on stream every single time. I would. I would do that. Although I don't think they particularly need extra marketing, but you never know. Not a sponsor, but could be. I think that I can lower the exposure a little bit on the camera at the moment. I had to, the morning was dark in comparison. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Aiden. Like, I do promise you guys that I will not sponsor things that I don't think are actually good. I will only sponsor companies that I approve of. So, like, Ben and Jerry's can hit me up. Tony can hit me up. That would be great. Amazon can fuck right off. Yeah, I will always take some free chalky. Ben, Jerry, and Tony, that's great. When your polycule is just so sweet. See, look at how good my marketing is. Hire me. For real, Shawnee. Like, that sounds like a good weekend. It's like, hey boys, what's up? I dig your product. I'll eat it on stream. You give me the goods. I'll never shut up about how cool you are. Well, I mean, fair Peach. This entire platform is owned by Twitch. Or by Amazon, I mean. Like, all of Twitch is owned by Amazon. So, I'm very clearly still taking their money and giving them money, as a matter of fact. So. Like, there is no ethical consumption under capitalism, blah, 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 blah. But also, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be like, oh, by the way, these companies suck butt. There really isn't. Like, yeah, they sure can. Not that they were even, like, there was no way I was going to that platform, let's be real. I'm not sure if they are or not. I do know that the, like, There was a whole scandal however long ago about um, a sex worker who was hired to be on a stream, and the CEO was really gross about it, and so was the entire platform, because one of the streamers like hired a sex worker to come to his house without warning the worker at all that she was going to be recorded. I won't go into it farther than that. I don't remember all of the details, but it was absolutely disgusting. And there were a lot of news articles about it, so you can find information on that if you want to see the deets. But even if anybody had been considering them then, not a great call. I was about to work on something here, and then I got distracted. Which bit was it? Have I done all of these? I feel like there was something else I was going to do. What was it? What-oh. Am I missing something? That's so weird, Bongo. Has anybody else been having, like, screen drops or anything? It's possible that my internet is really shitty, so it's trying to send you to, my recommended channels, maybe? Is the only thing I can think of. But it could also just be Twitch being shitty. I did just call them out for being awful, so maybe they're like, actually, Bongo, you shouldn't listen to this person. Go someplace else. They saw me. The mods saw me. No, I think I've highlighted all the blueberries. I don't see any that I missed. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, Twitch Mobile is really bad, and they just did a big update that, like, makes it worse. Like, the interface is a lot worse, especially on, like, the home screen, because you have to, like, scroll through, like, TikTok. It's awful. We need to stop making all websites be the same thing, honestly. Okay. We're going to do some outlines on hands here just for the top layer to just kind of like make them stand out a little bit more. Yeah, fair, Aiden. Honestly, Twitch Mobile has always been a bit of a disaster. It's been a disaster in different ways, but it has always been a little bit of a mess. Okay. I'm going to tape this down again. I actually should buy more tape. Lainey and Sunny. Who's Sunny? Yeah, yeah. I need to tape down the bottom too. I actually should probably remove Lainey from my suggested lists now that I think about it. Because of another relationship there. Is Lainey still in my suggested? I don't know. She was at one point, but there's I can't even call it like a mutual there. There's another friendship in there where that person has me blocked in their stream. So I should not make that more awkward than it needs to be, actually. Oh, I can tell you the whole tea, Aiden. Although I think that you might have already guessed it. It's been that way for a while. But it's somebody we both know. And somebody who's related to Jick and ignores me anytime we're both in chat. I'm surprised, honestly, you haven't figured that out. Yeah, there was like a whole drama thing there where somebody else was being inappropriate, and so I blocked them. And they're a mod in this other channel, and so like bad-mouthed me to this person who then decided to never talk to me again. But actually one of the reasons that I decided, because I don't know, you have to tell me if you don't want to talk to me. If you just ignore me, I'm going to assume that you just didn't see me or something. But at one point, I was working on a gift for Aiden specifically, and I messaged this person asking if they wanted to be included, and they just like never responded to me. And at that point, I was like, well, this isn't even a you ignoring me issue. This is a you not willing to do something for somebody who I consider a really close friend. Um, so that's like not great. So I kind of just stopped talking to them too. And then I went to check in on one of their streams and realized I was banned. And I'm assuming I'd been banned since this specific instance. I don't know for sure because nobody actually like told me that something was up. Um, but I'm guessing that I'd been banned from that channel for like a year and a half-ish before I realized, which should tell you like how close we were in the first place. But yeah, that was a bit of a shock to me. But I'm guessing Aiden has figured out who I'm talking about at this point. So, but yeah, they were still. What's wild is if you get banned from somebody's channel, they can still stay on your suggested channels list. So I was still suggesting this channel to other people because I didn't know. Which seems like a bad thing on back end of Twitch. Oh yeah, I'm banned there, Aiden. I can't see the stream anymore. Not that I really went there a lot in the first place, but generally speaking, Peach, yes, having the money to partake in the capitalism when you're trying to do a capitalism helps. Yeah, I don't know. Like it hurt me at the time just because I felt like somebody should have communicated this with me, but like in the long run it doesn't really matter. Like this person and I weren't close. I was trying to be friendly with them and they clearly weren't having it. But like that's not a big loss to me on either front. Yeah, we're good, Aiden. Don't worry about it. We can talk about it later if you want to, like, in DMs, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty. But if that's the only reason, I don't really get why. So I must have annoyed them in another way or something. But yeah. I don't know. That was, you warned me about the person coming into Jick's chat to talk about what was happening in Discord. I think it's related to that. If you can understand my vaguing there. I need to decide how I want to outline these. Yeah, fair, Aiden, fair. You don't need to do anything else if you don't want to. I don't need any more information on it either. Honestly, like, I don't really give a flying fuck, if I'm being honest. Like, I felt a little injured at the time, but once I realized what was going on and that's why they were ignoring me, then, like, whatever. I don't care. If that's how you deal with a situation, then I don't need you in my life anyway. I'm tempted to make a little bit of a mess here. I was thinking that I would trace these, but I think that I can do a spray with a toothbrush with some white ink, and we'll get a better read on this. I do think that I'm going to need to be careful about pushing down the stencil so that I don't get underneath, which is going to be a little bit of an issue. But I think if I use a toothbrush and some of the white ink, we can get something similar to the rest of the texture while still lifting it up off the background a little more, which is the issue, excuse me, I'm having with it. So let's try that and see what I think. But yeah, we don't need to get into that further on stream. I think I've vagued about it enough. And honestly, it's not that big a deal. Like, people leave. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, Aiden. Not my business. But for all I know, it's because you're still friends with me, and that's an issue. I don't know. I don't know. But sometimes people don't stay in your life, and sometimes that's for the better. You know? I have been, like, Wildly, one of the things that my depression has been like forcing me to ruminate on lately is how many people leave me. That is not one that has even crossed my mind until today. So if you wanted to know how much thought I give that, it's not very much. Yeah, like we're like besties, Aiden, like legitimately. Not like saying to people on the internet bestie. We're like literally we've been such good friends for like 5 years. Like and not to toot my own horn, but I was there first. So, yeah, no, you're not getting rid of me either. Like like I'm a very good friend. I will toot my own horn a little bit there. Like if I'm friendly with you, you're going to have to work pretty hard to get rid of me. God, over a decade at this point, Peach, I think. Right? This is so thickums. Why? Like, we love a thick queen, but please chill out. I need you to thin up a little bit. Oh, God. Aiden, why'd you say it like that? Ugh, I'm so old. It's almost like if I had cleaned palettes at any point in my existence, this whole thing would be a lot easier. Yeah, thanks, Aiden. Really helpful. It's not like I just had a birthday, so I got to deal with the existential dread there. We're just going to use this because I need to water down this ink a little bit, but I don't want to water down the whole kit and caboodle. Yeah, thanks, Aiden. This is still pretty thick. I'm wondering if I didn't get the lid on properly at some point. Which is a possibility, because every time I open this, there's... Can I tilt this without ruining everything? There's like a lot of ink in the threads of the lid, so... I think maybe I knocked it over at some point, and that's partially why, but I want to water this down a little bit. For better spraying consistency. We're gonna make a mess, but since this is white, it probably won't ruin the couch. Let's hope. Although I should probably like turn around the majority of my artwork that's sitting over there. Yep, you've always been very talented at making me feel old, Aiden. You should show me. Okay. How do I want to do this? With the least amount of mess possible. Let's see. I could have thought this through better. That should be the like title of my autobiography. I could have thought this through better. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of darkness here for a second, but it's just so that I'm blocking the other art that I have over there. And we're gonna use an old toothbrush, and my thumb is going to end up completely white by the end of this. I'm going to use my water bottle to keep this standing up. I say water bottle, it's not a water bottle. Okay, here we go. We're gonna see how this goes. And this is gonna make a huge mess, and I'm gonna have to clean it up later. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. We are. I really should get more of those bamboo toothbrushes because they work really well for art. But I think I got rid of my old ones because I didn't like them to like actually use in my mouth. The bamboo tastes bad, man. I'm realizing I could have done something like insane for one of the hands. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't think about that until like literally just now. Don't worry about it. You don't need to think about that. I'll think about it and realize that maybe I'm not quite as insane as I used to be. Which is good, just by the way. That's a good thing. I just realized that, like, maybe 2 years ago I would have done something else for this that would not have been a healthy choice for me. Sometimes things get better. Oh, I should have taken a photo of this before I did the white. I've been really bad about taking progress photos for Patreon lately. Right? Like, sometimes you have to work at it, just to be clear. But things do, in fact, get better, especially if you work at them. Maybe this was the play the whole time and I shouldn't have used a sponge. I'm realizing. Like, yes, it's really messy, but yeah, you do actually have to work at it. As with most things, really. Okay. My hands are covered in white ink. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that was the play. This was the play the whole time, guys. I don't have time to redo this month for this specific project, but we may be redoing this at some point. Because I've come up with a better way to do it. We also need to do these bits at the top, so let's work on that real quick. Yeah, but I can tell you that the work is worth it. I've done like a massive amount of work on myself. Massive. Some of it on purpose, some of it just happened. But yeah, it does end up worth it. Yeah, that is going to be part of the reason, Peach. You do actually have to like work at it, and by work and like acknowledging it is the first step to working on it. Yeah, you're doing great, Aiden. You're just doing the hee hee ha ha, I know. But you're killing it, kiddo. Okay, now we have like a weird line right there that I don't love. Can I just like very... Oh, I can just make a huge thumbprint there. That works too. All right, there we go. That's better. Okay, this was the play the whole time. I might be redoing this. I definitely don't have time to redo it this month, but we might be revisiting this. I will let people who let me use their hands know for that. Where did I put my little garbage bag so that I can set this away? Okay, that looks way better. It looks better when it's not so bright. Like, it looked better in the shadow for you guys, I think. So let me just... Boop. But that looks way better. And now I am covered in ink, as you do. I do have part of a sponge here, though. So let's just drip water all over the table. Yep, that's what I meant to do. I'm glad I moved this away from the art before I did that. Sometimes she learns. Oh yeah, it is a little bit, except I cut him into pieces to do the art underneath that. Don't worry about it. He's fine. Okay. Oh, I've been live for 2 hours. How did that happen? What the heck? What's time? I think that's the theme of today, really, is one, why is the world like this? And two, why does time do that? I think those are our themes today. Yeah, it's like line bob at the moment. Maybe we aren't working on SpongeBob today. I might do like the base layer and then finish that off stream, maybe? Or maybe just do that on Tuesday so that I don't have to worry about it. What I'm doing on Tuesday. Because I am going to need some time to get my other stuff set up for my other plans for the next couple of months. I think time is a soup. There's like chunks in it, but they don't stay in the same spot. They kind of move around a little bit. So like there are little memories that you can find in time, but they move around. So you can't always find them in the same spot. And then the rest of it is just like a vaguely slightly clear broth. You know? You can decide what flavor your time soup is. I think mine is beef stew. Oh yeah, Stars, you should use your own command. If you guys don't follow Stars, you should. Stars is great. I'm a mod over there. I don't know about Irish specifically. What would make it Irish, Aiden? Like, you are Irish, so you can tell me. Because I know that the place near us that does Irish beef stew puts like Guinness in it as part of the like cooking process. Yes, we do love Stars. She's wonderful. And also nice to me, which is important, as we've discovered today. Okay, let me move this to a place where it won't make more mess, maybe? I say as if this entire desk is not a mess. I say desk. It's not a desk. It's a coffee table. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Just a good beef stew. That's valid. I know this will shock everybody here, but I may have not thought this completely through. If I had, I would have put a piece of scratch paper underneath this while we did that. We're gonna make a mess. I did promise a mess. We have created a mess. We're gonna make the mess worse trying to clean it up. You know how it goes. And then we're gonna get overwhelmed and just sit here and stare at the mess for a little bit, probably. Just as a guess. That is usually how it goes. Because there are little white speckles on literally everything now. It's one of those things where you try to clean up and you pull everything out and then you just get overwhelmed and sit there and cry for a little bit and then get distracted by something that you pulled out of the closet. You know how it is. Man, I was thinking about that yesterday. Okay. You guys want something, a little inside the brain peek here at something that I haven't told anybody else yet? About a project that I've been thinking about? I know you do. I'm just going to continue on. And even if you don't, like, it's my stream. I'm going to say what I want. But I've been thinking about making some zines. Because I had an idea for one, and then I had an idea for another one last night. So I'm thinking about it. I have two ideas now, but I was thinking last night about how one of the things about doing work on yourself, this is vaguely related, this is why it came up in my head. One of the things about working on yourself is you have to start unpacking all the shit that you shoved in the closet so that you didn't have to look at it. And it ends up making a big mess and it feels really overwhelming. So like, you know when you're cleaning your room as a kid and you don't want to clean your room, but your mom is making you clean your room? And so you just shove everything in the closet, and if the door latch is shut, then it counts. Working on yourself is like having to open the closet door and have everything fall out on top of you. And I was thinking about making a zine with that concept. Yeah, for sure. Or under the bed. That was definitely another one. For me, it was always the closet. But I had a really big closet in the house I grew up in that had like the sliding doors. So it's not exactly the same. But we definitely did that when we were cleaning up the house with the hall closet that had all the coats and stuff in it. There was just like a bunch of stuff on the floor. Um, but that image of you opening the closet to deal with one thing and then 35,000 other things falling out on top of you was what I was thinking specifically. So I think I might do a zine based on that. Yeah, it's rough, Shawnee, and good on you for doing that work because I know that it's hard and it's kind of thankless, honestly, because nobody gets to see the inside process of how hard you're working at it, right? It's one of those things where like people see the effect of you having to deal with stuff. So, for instance, me crying constantly yesterday and my boyfriend having to deal with that. Um, but they don't see the work that you're doing internally, right? And I mean, sometimes people can see how hard you've been working. Grimm has been very good about telling me that they're proud of me for how hard I've worked on myself because they've seen a lot of that mess in a variety of different flavors. But like, I don't know. Know that you're appreciated, Shawnee, and that I see the work that you're doing was the point of that whole thing. Yeah, yeah, for sure. And sometimes you pull out a box and it's got a label on it, and you're like, oh, well, I can deal with this at X moment in time. And then you open the box and it's not actually what the label says on it, you know? Um, I've been dealing with some of that. It's like, oh, I will deal with grief about my mother. Okay, we can do that today. And then it actually turns out to be grief about like 7 different people. That's all wrapped up together. It's just like it's hard and it's a mess. Like it's worth it in the long run for sure, but it's definitely one of those things that's just like so much. Yep, exactly, Shawnee. Yep. I feel you. I guess I didn't really clean the toothbrush. That is something I should probably do. Although maybe I should do that in the sink. Ah! I'm just gonna get white ink all over myself. That's how this is gonna go. But yeah, the pulling stuff out stage is not a pleasant stage, and I've been dealing with that. Like sometimes you pull one stack out of the closet and then you're like, I've made progress, and then you pull something else and another stack falls on top of you kind of situation. But I was thinking I might do a zine about that. I also have a zine, like I woke up in the middle of the night after having a dream about this and wrote it down. But I also have one about um, feeling like there's something rotten inside of you that you have to scoop out, like um, a bruise on a melon. And then, but sometimes beautiful things can come from rot, kind of like mushrooms growing out of a stump. This is a self call out. If you get caught up in it, that's a you problem, buddy. But that's another one that I was thinking about. I don't like that there's just like this big white smudge right here that won't go away. Oh, hi, you can see my face a little bit. Hi, how's it going? I have a little bit of a mess. Maybe the rest of the stream should be me cleaning up a little bit while I sit here and we talk. Because this is gonna drive me bonkers. Stop it. Thank you. Yeah, I have done I've done 2 face reveals, actually. I did for my birthday last year, and I did when I put a piece of furniture together, actually. Okay, all of these sponges can get thrown away now. They've done their duty. If I paint more, I'm going to need to replace paint water for sure. Paints can go back into the paint bucket. But those are both VODs on my VOD channel. If people want to, I don't know, stare at my face for whatever reason, you're welcome to, I guess. Yeah, Peach has seen some of me stuffing shit in the closet, like firsthand, really. Um, because Peach has known me that long. And yeah, dealing with it isn't always fun, honestly, but at the end of the day it makes things better. Like, I think part of the reason I've been crying as much as I have been is because I'm actually letting myself feel emotions instead of ignoring them. Wild concept that actually feeling your emotions makes them get processed. But, I don't know. I think I'm gonna vague about something that like two people, three people in chat know about. But I think part of it is, and this is true for most online spaces, I think, is that you get to, how do I explain this? I know what I want to say, I don't know how to say it. Um, in online spaces, especially ones that you are in control of, so like me streaming or me running a blog or whatever, you get a chance to do small bits of processing things on your own terms with people, which is like a big thing that can help you move in on your journey. So, like, a lot of things that I've done online have been divorced from my actual self. I have a really bad tendency to be overly vulnerable with things that don't actually matter to me so that people don't look at the parts of me that are actually vulnerable that I don't want them to see. I've been doing a lot better about acknowledging those in places that are safe to me and with people that are safe to me. Um, yeah, good, Aiden. You should be doing that. You got to curate your own online space. But like, so me being able to come on stream and be honest with myself and with my viewers and say, oh, I was having a rough time because I was grieving my mom and I was missing this certain thing, which I've done before on here, or saying I'm upset about a certain thing, even if I don't give full details, um, is a way to help me process through my own shit in like bite-sized pieces and know that other people are going to be there to support me with it. So I think that even if I wasn't fully dealing with stuff the whole time, doing those little bite-sized pieces where I was telling people about things actually has like built a platform for me to be where I am now. Did that make any sense at all? I'm not 100% sure that it did. But like that's a way that a lot of kids deal with grief too. I read a which book was that? I don't even remember. Um, but there was a book that I read that says that's part of how you deal with kids who have been in difficult home situations is you let them talk to you and then back off instead of trying to push them about the information with their grief. Um, so if a kid goes, "Oh, well, mom isn't coming back," and you go, "Yeah, you're right. Mom isn't coming back." And then they go, "Okay, what's for lunch?" Kind of a situation. You don't push them and see the bigger feelings. You let them do those safe reaches out because that's them processing it on their own in a way that makes sense to them and makes them feel safe. And I've definitely noticed myself doing the same thing when I stream. Where I'll say like maybe two sentences about something that's bothering me and then change the topic. And that's because I feel safe with you guys. Like the majority of my streamers are good friends, or of my viewers are good friends, you know? So, or if you aren't good friends, we're about to become good friends. Like, that's just how I am as a person. Um, but that's definitely a way to, like, start dealing with your stuff. Find the people that you feel safe with and who will let you express those two sentences and then back off. That would be my advice to people who are going through it. It's kind of like, I don't know, if we're going to continue to use the closet metaphor, it's kind of like opening a box in the closet, taking one thing out of the box and showing it to somebody and then putting it in its new spot. Instead of unpacking the whole box, you just deal with the one thing that you can manage today. You know? I mean, you call yourself that, but you are a safe person. Like, you've listened to me bitch before about various things. My hands are very sticky now because I peeled a bunch of tape off the edge of my acrylic board where you can't even see. And then tried to get rid of the stick and it didn't work. Do I have more paper towels over here? I really don't. I have a piece of felt that I don't care about. Let's work on that. If I can grab it. It's like just far enough away that it's a pain in the butt. There we go. We can use this expensive felt to do this. I don't really care. I just want this to not be super sticky anymore. I could also just like replace the tape on the edge, but I don't think that was like a good call for me. See, I did it again. I was super vulnerable and then I backed off on the topic. Actually, okay, I was talking about one of my like really early stream friends to my boyfriend yesterday because we were both kind of talking about how we ended up on Twitch because that's where we met each other because I'm a dweeb. And one of my like super early Twitch streamers, Tinner1010, who we've raided a couple times before, had special entrances for, this was before you could do like the fancy gifts and stuff on stream, but he had like in chat commands for when certain people showed up. And I had one because I was there like literally all the time. And mine was, will the real Tundra Shady Bean please stand up? Just in case anybody was wondering. Which nobody was. You had no clue that you were about to get a lore drop, did you? Okay, my hands are covered in white ink and stick. I also think I've kind of reached a good endpoint today. Do we want to still sit and chat more? Because I can either, I can either run ads and get up and go to the bathroom and wash my hands, and then we can work on some SpongeBob. Or I can end now and we can go raid Rainbow, because that's what's going to happen today. We're going to raid Rainbow. Because she's working on the sub drawing, which has me in it, front and center. So you guys can all see my little meep sheet. Even if that isn't like a provable reference, that is still a fun. That is still a fun. I don't know the word I'm trying to think of. Does somebody know the word I'm trying to think of? I don't remember. I don't know it. But like a fun mirror situation. Wow, we're getting a lot of Aero snoms today. Was that Aero? Am I right? Or is that a gender? I think it's Aero. Okay, I'm gonna go piss girl. I'll be back in a little bit. They do look like they would be delicious, not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna get up and go to the bathroom, which means I'm gonna run some ads. So don't look at the ads. We don't want to let capitalism win on this channel. Go get up and take a snack with me. That makes sense. Take a break with me. Go get a snack, get a drink, go look at a window. Look at something that's farther away from your face than your computer. That would be good for your eyeballs. And then we can at least get some flat colors down on our SpongeBob. And I'm also going to get more paper towels so that I can keep trying to clean up this stick because it's going to drive me insane. Okay. So, break. We'll meet back here in 3, okay? Don't look at the ads. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, I'm back. That took a little longer than I was expecting, but that's okay. I have fresh paint water. I have more paper towels. I'm back. This is still sticky though. High-pitched whining sounds. So I'm gonna try to clean this up a little bit more while we sit here. Um, Thank you, and welcome back to anybody who came back. I did not get any fresh refreshments. I still have plenty of water. I might eat some salmiakki right now just because it sounds good, honestly. And it's sitting right there. I will need to end like soon-ish so that I can go eat lunch. But I don't think anybody will argue with me over that. Uh-huh. I did actually do some stretches. Because I'm old now. I don't know if you guys like picked up on that with me having a birthday stream, but I'm old and my back hurts. Good question. I don't know. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I'm probably going to eat part of a chocolate bar and then eat 2 cold hot dogs right out of the fridge. And maybe have some popcorn. Hashtag girl lunch. I hate the girl lunch thing, but it has honestly like woven its way into my head and it's never gonna leave. I also have some beef jerky I guess I could eat. I don't know. I don't know what all there is. Okay. Binder clipping those. I should also lower the exposure again since we don't have any color there. That's looking a little bit washed out, isn't it? How's that? That's a little bit better, I think. Yeah, see, I eat my hot dogs wrong. And I say this like fully aware that I'm doing this weird. I definitely eat hot dogs cold out of the refrigerator, like with nothing else. I just eat the meat tube while it's cold. And even people who are crazy hot dog lovers think that's disgusting. So I just like the texture that way. I don't like the texture as much when it's heated up. Okay, cleaning things up a little bit. There's still small bits of white ink all over everything, but we'll live. Okay. Yeah, pretty much, Shawnee. Pretty much, honestly. I don't know. And it needs, okay, so I'm very specific. We really should have realized that I was autistic way earlier, honestly. I'm really specific about the textures of my food. So I have specific hot dogs that I'll eat, and that's it. It needs to be the ballpark hot dogs that are the pork and chicken. I call it the butts and beaks edition. The other ones don't have the same texture, and it's awful, and I hate it. Um, but yeah, I when my brother picks food up, I say, please pick up the butts and beaks edition hot dogs. Yeah, I haven't watched Lord of the Rings in like a long time. I have it on the extended edition on DVD. Okay, I've wet the paintbrush like 7 times. Let's actually put some paint on the page, shall we? I should pull up the reference image so that I get the colors correct. Okay. I would have done fine, but it makes me feel better. I am gonna do like a way more intense yellow for this than the actual ice cream is, I think, just because I think it'll look better. When I get a laptop, well, a computer that can handle doing that, I would absolutely do that, Aiden. I'm also at some point, like, I still need to make a Discord. That's been on my list for a while. Hi, Al! And when I do that, there's definitely going to be a movie night to make everybody watch Josie and the Pussycats. You can count on it. Because that's my favorite movie of all time. And it's a good movie. It's a good movie, Brant. I guess I don't really need to be super careful right there because that's going to be black. So if I get some paint there, it's not a big deal. That, oh, Jesus Christ. That's because it's older than you are, Aiden. Yeah, I don't know, Shawnee. You and me both have been making the Bront joke a lot lately. I think we're synergizing the Bront jokes. We're building off of each other. Yeah, it hurt me to say. It hurt me to realize. But it it also was not a very well received movie, but I think it still stands up pretty well. Like, it's definitely dated with like the technology and stuff, but it's a very anti-capitalist funny movie. It's just good satire and stuff, so it is very funny, and I think people can still enjoy it. And it kind of got a bad rap. I understand why they marketed it the way that they did, but they really marketed it as like the teeny bopper, you're a girl, go see this movie kind of a thing. No, all good, stars. I could have also been pushing on that more, and I haven't been. But I do have some thoughts that I need to like actually send to you instead of just keeping in my brain. Well, to be fair, I also had that idea. we kind of had that idea together, I think. And then we talked about it once and we're like, oh yeah, cool, we're exactly on the same page about this. Yeah. I don't know. I think this is the brains on strike club, honestly. Yeah. Um, but they really marketed Josie and the Pussycats as like a cute teeny bopper movie, and what they really should have been doing was marketing it as a satire movie because it is. So I think that it could have done a lot better. It also kind of got caught up in like the yay capitalism, yay America sweep of 9/11 after the fact because it came out in 2001. So I think it didn't do as well as it could have. But I do think that it's a legitimately good movie, and more people should see it because then they would like it. But it definitely suffered from the marketing campaign and the concept of that afterwards because not a huge amount of people saw it. But there is really something for everybody in that movie, in my opinion. Like, this is also of the era when it was not the trend to wear a bra. So even if you don't like any of the rest of the movie, there's some really nice things to look at. Okay? Also, it's just like very. It is dated because like TLR is on there and there's Carson Daly and stuff like that. But some of the references are dated, but it's generally just a very funny movie. And also, you will understand like at least 3 of the regular references that I make to myself. Though Pretty and Popular is one that I say a lot. Look, okay, even if you don't like anything else, it has Rosario Dawson in it. And also Tara Reid without a bra on ever. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, Aiden. What has Rosario Dawson done recently? She was in, I know, Shawnee. Aiden does this to me all the time. When I didn't know how old Aiden was when we met. And yes, thank you. It was in The Mandalorian. That's what I was going to say, with the Grogu. I didn't know how old Aiden was when we met because we met on Twitch, right? And you don't talk about ages in general. And then Aiden one day was like, "How old do you think I am?" And I said how old I thought he was. And he said how old he actually was. And I like had a see Jesus moment. Because I was off by a significant number of years. And it was just kind of like, oh, you're just a child. All right. Sin City is old, though, now. So Aiden, when we met ages ago, was 16. Aiden is a baby. Aiden is a baby child. He's my baby child. This is why I call him kiddo all the time. Oh, yeah, for sure, Al. Like, it was very, very popular if you had the correct size of breast to just not wear a bra. I will say Rosario Dawson in the movie does wear a bra because she is very well endowed. Yeah, Aiden's a baby. And that's why he deals psychic damage like no other in the age front. Aiden has already been corrupted. I like to think that I'm personally responsible for how ready Aiden is to commit arson against capitalism and colonialism. Yeah. I know, right, Peach? It's wild. I need to decide what red to do for this. I don't think. That's a lie. I'm tempted to do the violet red, but I think that the orange red is going to read better in the scan. So let's do that, and if I don't like it, we can tone it down a little bit. Yeah. So when I first was talking to Aiden, I assumed that he was like college aged. He was not college aged. He is now college aged. Yeah, I think this is the right choice. Yeah, Aiden was baby. Yeah. And I was like, oh, you're a literal child. All right. I'm adopting you now. I mean, to be fair, Aiden is a smarty pants, so he doesn't think he's a smarty pants, but he is a smarty pants. No, you're not. But yeah, welcome to the psychic damage that I take on a regular basis from one of my best friends. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's a reason we get along. He's better than he used to be. I will take some credit for that. Because you know how I am. We're all in the self-love train, and you're coming with whether you like it or not. Choo-choo, motherfucker. The color palette on this one is like so simple. You're not being bullied. You're the one who said I could say how old you were. This is your own fault. I have friends who are around my age for the most part, Aiden. You're definitely my youngest friend. Like... If you want a whole bunch of old people to be really proud of you, though, you could say what you've been up to lately. I think you know what I'm talking about. I don't think I need to get any more specific. I do have some, like, youngish friends, but none of them as good as Aiden, for sure. Because we've been stuck with each other for however many years at this point. Man, I still feel like the camera is too bright. I wish that it would, like, mellow out a little bit. Yeah, that you're going to school. This is the thing that I wanted to open. I wanted to lower this back down. Can we, like, chill out there, buddy, a little bit? Yeah, that's better. Yes, you did. Which is good. That job was, like, majorly taking advantage of you. But everybody be proud of Aiden for going to school for arts. Okay, the eyes are black, so that's pretty easy. I just need to decide what black I want to use. And I think cool black is probably going to read a little bit better. So let's do that. Yeah! Is this dry enough? Am I gonna... Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Why can't we rearrange the tectonic plates? There's another painted woman at the foot of the stage. Okay. Black thighs, you don't give a damn. As every cheek in this room prepares to give mm-hmm. That's wild. Like, you'd think they would take a hint, especially after how poorly they treated you. Yeah. I do think I'm going to end up going back over that black with another color. I forgot how bad this black is for granulation, which usually I like, but I think on this it's not really the right call. Agreed, Shawnee. I also need to put more yellow ochre on my palette. I wonder how that happened. But Take Me Out Tonight was definitely an anthem. Rosario Dawson is like a really good actress, I think, just like in general. She doesn't always have the best political takes. That much I know. I haven't looked super into it, but I see stuff sometimes. Maybe I can finish. Well, maybe I shouldn't finish this today. I could finish this today, but perhaps I shouldn't. We can probably finish it on Tuesday, and then I won't need to think too hard about it yet, so I'll have some more time to plan for the color of the month. I do have a couple plans. I will warn people right now for everybody watching because I know this is going to be a thing. We are going to be painting at least one spider next month. I will be very good about warning you that that's happening. I will put it in the title so that people who don't like spiders don't have to come watch. But I'm going to warn you, at least one of the streams we're going to be painting a spider. It's a cute spider, I will say. It's one of the little dancy guys, so it's not like a regular gross spider. But I'm warning people because I know that I have a lot of arachnophobe friends. So, I mean, as photorealistic as I ever do things. It is going to be one of the stickers in the. My plan is, it's going to be one of the stickers in the trading pack. But it's one of the peacock dancing spider, which might give you a hint as to what the color is next month. But yeah, it's one of the fuzzy ones, so it's not going to be like. I'll probably end up doing it on a 5x5 piece of paper, so like similar to this size. If that makes any difference to anybody. But I don't think it'll take a super long time either. And I will try, like I said, I will definitely warn everybody that that is happening so that you cannot be here if that freaks you out. I don't want to freak anybody out that I don't have to, you know? Informed consent about what you see me doing and all that jazz. But there will also be some other things that aren't spiders. There are a couple other bugs that I'm thinking will match up with the color this month, so we can get started on that. I think, no, Aiden, I wouldn't, well, I might do that to you, but I would, again, warn you a whole bunch, and I would let people opt out and all that kind of stuff, but no, that's not the plan. It's going to be one of the. So I've mentioned this before, but I want to do trading stickers like the same way Lib has done for their cats. So I think a couple of the color this month is going to be good for a couple of bugs that I've had saved for like reference images, possible ones that I wanted to do. We'll probably brainstorm a little bit on stream for other bugs that I might want to do. And we might also work on the package art for that. I want to make it like a little terrarium looking thing. You know those little like plastic terrariums you get as a kid to keep bugs in? I'm thinking I want the cover to be like that. So that might involve just me painting a terrarium to use as an asset. Yes, we will definitely be doing a dragonfly. At least one dragonfly for sure. I did ask on Tumblr for people to say some of their favorite bugs. And that's where somebody mentioned peacock spider, and I looked it up and I was like, oh, well, that matches perfectly with what's going to happen anyway. And so we're really gung-hoing on this one because I think it's going to match up really well. And I wasn't sure for other stuff. I will write that down. And, oh, I have this over here. I have notes on this somewhere. Where is it? Man, my sketchbook is less a sketchbook and more just like a mess of random notes. Oh, that's something you guys aren't allowed to see. That was a secret project. It's been given away to the person who it should go to, but you don't need to see that. I swear I started writing things down. Maybe I didn't write it in here. There's the mushroom notes. So I guess I didn't. Okay. We will make a new page. Did I? You can see some of the secret, Aiden. You can't see the whole thing. Because it was for somebody specific whose permission I don't have to share. So there are some things that I can share in there because it's only about me. There are some things that I cannot share. Yeah. There was, I did make a short Tumblr post about it a while back. Let's make some notes while we're sitting here. I don't know, I'm vibing with it today. Like, I know I need to go eat, but I'm feeling the creative juices. Do I want to use this pen? Does this pen still even work? I'm just gonna call this Bugs. So I'm thinking, like, for the box, quote unquote, or the, what's the right, like a sleeve? Is that the right word for cards? So I'm thinking like a little guy like this. And then the lid would be the color for the color of the month. Yeah, but just the outer package. Is it just a package? I don't know. And then maybe like a little stick and a leaf. And then you could cut out the little terrarium and stick your sticker on it if you wanted to, and then it would be living in the terrarium, is my thinking. Yeah, you're right, Al. So I know for sure I want to do a peacock spider. I have other stuff saved that I'll need to do. And then there's gonna be, we talked about the rares that I wanted to do a little bit because I'm gonna have them not be regular bugs. So we have like a glitch bug that I was gonna do for one. I was gonna do a shrimp because shrimps is bugs. Oh, I think I wrote these down in my journal actually. I was thinking about doing a crushed red M&M based off of a Tumblr post. Shrimps is bugs, baby. Yeah, so basically it's going to be a gotcha, but I'm going to do similar to Lib where you get like 4 stickers and one of them's a rare. Yes, Aiden. Oh my god, Aiden! You're so right! You're so right! How did I forget? Oh my gosh. We need to do a sexy millipede. I totally forgot about that. Is it a millipede or is it a centipede? It's either a centipede or a millipede. That's another Tumblr one. That's a good one for a rare. I can already see what that's gonna be. Cause like I need him to be like resting on pillows. I would love it if this pen would work. I need him to be like resting on pillows so that he's doing like one of these. And I need like one leg to be propped up like this on his torso. And little hearts. Maybe he is winking. And maybe he's giving you a little kiss. And maybe, or maybe he's saying perhaps. So for people who don't know, there's a Tumblr post, and I showed this to Aiden like ages ago, where 2 partners, maybe it was a girlfriend-boyfriend combo, I don't remember, but they found a centipede or a millipede, one of those guys with a lot of legs, in their underwear drawer. And for some reason, I don't remember the full story. It became a running gag to call the centipede a lover. So like, they were like, "What is it doing in my underwear drawer?" Well, it's a friend or perhaps a lover. And so they started just calling centipedes lovers around the house, like giant lover in the living room kind of a thing. So that would be a good one for the rare. I think I was also thinking about maybe doing a lobster, because lobsters are the cockroaches of the ocean. The crushed M&M though is from um, just a silly post where somebody was in a perfume department and they were talking about they didn't like one of the perfumes, and the person behind the perfume counter said, um, like, looked really sad. And so the people said to the person that they weren't talking about them. And the cashier was like, "No, that's not it. I think I just crushed a ladybug." And then they look over the counter, and it's just actually a crushed M&M. Um, yeah, exactly, Shawnee. Maybe I can make it an actual like lobster mermaid kind of situation so we can have like our little claws coming up. This is going to end up looking like that one Pokemon. Don't worry about it. But we can do kind of like this kind of situation. Again, this pen really does not work, but we're just gonna go with it. And he can have like his regular torso, and then we can give him like a little shell bra kind of situation. What does a lobster head look like? Like this? And then they have their little antennae. Oh, I don't remember that one, Shawnee. Is it similar to the stream title today? Where it's like, what if we were both lobsters and we held hands? Um, there was another one I was thinking for these, and I don't remember. And yeah, sorry, I think you're right, Aiden. I think this one should be like the super rare pull. The way Lib does their collection is they have 12 of the regular stickers, they have 4 rare stickers, and then there's 4 secret rares that you can get in packs. And I might not do 4 secret rares because that just feels like a lot to me. Because I want to do 12 regular ones. Here, I have mine in my sticker book here. So these are the secret rares from Lib's thing. Oh, that's also a Fairpoint Beach. That are based off of Lib's actual cats. So this is Kiki, and this is one of the other ones. I always forget if it's Franklin or Frodo. I think it's Frankie. But then they have 4 special laminated ones that are just like the regular rares, and then they have these ones for the regulars. So I'm thinking of doing something like that, but I want to have 12 regulars and then probably 4 rares, maybe more than that, maybe 6 rares just for kicks and giggles. I'll play around with the numbers and we'll see how many ideas I have. And then maybe a couple secret rares. But I don't want to like overdo that too harshly. But yeah, so that Lib knows I'm working on this, just to be clear. So I don't want to like overwhelm anybody. I wanted to do a rainbow katydid for sure. I remember that, but there's also a katydid. So my name is Katie. I don't know if you guys knew that. My name is Katie. It's part of my username too. But I got called katydid a lot as like an insult. So I didn't like them for a long time. But there's a lot of really pretty colored ones, and there's ones that have like a rainbow butt. Which you can't really see when they're just sitting in a certain way. Like you have to pull their butt out of their wings, basically, so that you can see it. But they do have like a little stripe of rainbow, and I thought that would be nice. I also wanted to do some kind of like stag beetle, like a rainbow beetle or something. Where did I just set my phone? Let me look at the other Tumblr suggestions that people had, because I looked at some of those and they were good. Because I just kind of asked people what their favorites were. Somebody wants a weevil, and I think weevils are super cute, so we'll do some kind of weevil probably. Let me see where the other suggestions are. Peacock spider. Somebody suggested sphinx moths, which I have done a sphinx moth before, but there are other colors that I think would be really fun. We wanted to do a dragonfly. Somebody else suggested that too. And that will fit in well with the color this month, I think. Oh my god, pen, please. Please work. Oh, firefly is a good idea too, yeah. But I want the bugs to be like silly, like the rares to be silly, I mean, for sure. The actual bugs may be more like specific, actual looking vaguely like bugs situation. Let me look at what these other ones were. Let's see. If I don't do a sphinx moth, I might do another kind of moth. Like Luna moths and rosy maple moths are good. I also like atlas moths a lot. So let me write those down because I'll probably do one of those. But I need to look at the other colors because I did a green one for the, what's it called? Sheet. The evergreen complement sheet. Which I could technically use that again, but I'd rather do like all of the stickers in this pack are specific to this pack. You can't get them someplace else. Yeah, pretty much, honestly. I do want to do some kind of beetle for sure because they're just fun. Oh my god, I have so many notifications. I did just reblog a bug today that I liked. This guy. I think he's a leaf hopper. But I really like this guy. I like his colors. He's very colorful and fun. I'm pretty sure that's a leaf hopper. I can research it. It's not, and I might actually be able to message this Tumblr person and ask if I can use that video as a reference. Oh, Aiden! I think that should be one of the extra rares to get stick bugged. Yes, beautiful. I wish that I could make, you know, those kind of stickers and stuff that they make where it's like the corduroy texture and you can move it so it can change the picture. I wish I could do something like that for the stick bug so that you could really get stick bugged. That would be so fun. I wonder if that's like something I can order from someplace or if that's like not even a thing anymore. I was writing down leaf hopper. Oh my gosh, pen, please work with me. Yeah, that's fair. The colors for, or the shifting thing for those is difficult, but I do think that it would be funny for specifically the stick bug. What else could I do? I'm just gonna scroll down this person's Tumblr blog. It's called One Nice Bug Per Day. So shout out to One Nice Bug Per Day because they've been really helping me like think about this. Maybe I want to do like a woolly bear caterpillar. And I'm really just like spitballing here and then I'll trim these down if I need to. But because I don't know that we'll be doing all of these. I'm looking at this off camera because there are spiders on this block, so I don't want to force y'all to see a spooter. What else? Oh, I like how I got this out specifically to write down that word that Al told me, and then I promptly did not do that. My eyes are bad. Okay. Okay, I will look that up. It is now written down. I remember things sometimes. Yeah, they do. For the bug that you were suggesting. I don't know how to pronounce things. I don't know what the line over the letters means. I can't even pronounce words in my own language, honestly. Definitely not consistently. Okay. So just, are those vowels going to be, okay, weta then? Because I would have said we. We. I do like little caterpillars. They're so cute. There are some wild mantises too. Maybe I want to do a mantis. Because they're fun. Okay, thank you. Oh, a cicada isn't a bad idea. Oh, you know what would be really funny? Okay. Maybe it would be really funny. But I think that, like, a cicada... I really wish my pen would actually, like, draw. I think a cicada, like, coming out of its shell so it's naked would be really funny. So, like, here's the shell. And then he's, like, coming out of it and notices you and starts blushing. I think that would be funny. Where did I... Oh, there. It's right there. Never mind. Oh, also, what are those ones called that make, like, the little log houses to carry around? Bagworm? That would be fun. Yes, true. Actually, that could be another rare if I did blue bees. Do you get it? Actually, no, I take it back. We're gonna do boobies. We're gonna do a little bee in an outfit. He's gonna have a little ghosty outfit. And he's gonna be saying boo. And that's a callback to a Stars moment. If you were there, then you know. Booby. That way you get my art customers get the exclusive possibility to see my booby. Just one though. Just one. You don't get both. I don't have a butterfly in here. I have moss, but no butterfly. Maybe we want to do a butterfly. Emperor butterfly might match up with the colors. Yeah, exactly. It's an artistic booby. Let me look up types of butterflies real quick. Can I just search blue butterflies? Am I gonna get... a bunch of AI bullshit? Probably. 12 types of blue butterflies. That's who I was thinking of. That wouldn't be the right blue for the color that I'm thinking of. Let's see. Who are you? Oh, the blue Morpho is good. That's this guy. I like that. Yeah, I think the blue butterfly in Animal Crossing is supposed to be this one, but it's called something else. I think it's the Emperor butterfly in Animal Crossing. I'm just gonna write Morpho. Because I remember trying to look for that before. I don't remember what for, but it wasn't really a real one. I will look that up. Copper butterfly. I can't type or spell. Just in case anybody was wondering. Ooh, those are fun. I like that. They look oranger in some other photos. But this one says New Zealand specifically, so. Butter with wings. It would not be an original design. I definitely have seen people do stickers of that before. Obviously artists are going to overlap some, but if I've definitely seen a bunch of something, then I don't want to do it. Because it's not as fun for me. I like that one though. That's really pretty. I like how I said I was going to end and now we're just sitting here making notes. I'm easily distracted today. It's almost like I have had absolutely no brain energy the past 2 days and now I'm feeling better. Wild concept. Okay, what else? Hey! Yeah, it is about time when I would normally eat lunch. I usually eat like actual lunch at like 2 o'clock, if I'm being honest. But I also get up early on Fridays, so that kind of throws the schedule off a little bit. Terrible. What's so terrible about them? Do they just like make loud noises or something? Or do they eat crops? That's generally why things are called terrible. Human-wise. What if I also wanted to do a mosquito? What if I had a mosquito be a rare, but it wasn't like a special laminated one? What if you just got some mosquito confetti in some of the packages? That would be funny as fuck. I love myself. This is such a good idea. Mosquito confetti. That would be so funny. There's a joke. I mean, here, but I'm sure this happens other places. But there's a joke that the mosquito is actually the Alaska state bird. Yeah. So I could have them be like different sizes and shove them in. That would be so funny. They're plotting to throw up on your food. That's what. Yeah, see, I'm O positive. So I'm not as interesting. My brother, mosquitoes love my brother. If we're outside, I definitely stand next to him and I get way less mosquito bites. I use him as a little blood shield. Yeah, universal donor. Oh, neg. If you give blood, they'll tell you what it is. I have lost a paintbrush underneath my laptop. Come here. Ooh, I like tusked ones. Yeah. That's cool. I also like the like stag beetles that have just like the rhino horn. Those are really cool too. There are so many cool things on planet Earth. How lucky are we to have just like so many little guys to look at? Isn't it great? Fair, Aiden. Yeah, I should try to give blood again. For a while, they wouldn't take it from me, but I think that that has chilled out a bit. I'm not sure. Okay, let's cover up our little notes here with these so that I can take a photo for when we go raid Rainbow. So that I can pay my art tax. I pay my taxes, folks. Okay. And then I need to scan these, which I might do tomorrow. I really should probably do it today so that I can get them cut and sewn together, but yeah, we're gonna go raid Rainbow. We love Rainbow, and Rainbow is also playing a playlist that I made for her on her stream. Excuse me. We'll finish up SpongeBob on Tuesday, and I'll probably have some other stuff set to go. I'll try to get some more brainstorming done for what I want to do for the color of the month. I am going to need to think about what I want to do for the quilt block for next month too. I've definitely pushed this one a little far. I really should have gotten this done a little bit earlier, but you know what? There was other things happening. It's not like I didn't do a bad thing. It just I've stressed myself out a little bit by pushing it this late. Um, but really it isn't that big a deal. But I'll be back on Tuesday. We'll have stuff to work on. I'll figure it out. I might also have some stickers to package and stuff like that. I've been busy. I have so many things to do all the time forever. Let me close some of these programs before I open. I'll close the things that I can close before I open Rainbow Stream. Let me move over to the ending stream. Yeah, I've made like a lot of art this month, and they were all things that I wanted to make, and I'm super happy with them. But I definitely did more than I usually do in a month this month, and I'm feeling it. And that also, like, it doesn't cover all of the stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes too. So like, yeah, running your own business is like a lot of work, especially when you're literally the only employee. Okay, opening Rainbow Stream, because that's a thing that I should do before I raid people. I am going to start the actual raid as well. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. We had a really good stream today, I think. I've been in like a weird headspace for the past couple days, and this was great. So thanks everybody for hanging out and, I don't know, dealing with me and my weirdness. Y'all are great, and I love you so much. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember you're loved, because I love you. And if you can't take care of and be kind to yourself for yourself, please do it for me, because I think that you're awesome and you deserve nice things, including from yourself. Okay? I will see y'all on Tuesday and see you in other places on the internet, I'm sure, and my DMs are always open for people. I may not respond right away, but I'm still there. Thanks for brainstorming help too. I think I'm feeling really good about this. I feel good about where we're going. I do have some other stuff that I can't deal with yet, but we'll get there and it'll be okay. I can handle it. So I'll see y'all next time. Go say hi to Rainbow because she's an absolute freaking delight. And I will see you next time. I'm also going to remember to actually copy my own raid command. Maybe I'm going to remember to do that. Okay. So yeah, thanks everybody. Take care of yourselves. See you next time. Bye.